It's time for more math with Mr. Muskox round 2. More math with Mr. Muskox. All right, so you guys ready? Today we are working on greatest common factor for each numbered pair. This is not the exact same website or web sheet you have. This is a completely different one because, again, we've already worked on factoring. Now we're just going to work on finding the greatest common factor. Remember, we talked about this in class. Greatest means biggest same factor. Not too hard. Biggest same factor. So let's take a look. We have 6 and we have 30. So the easiest way to do this right now is for us to just list out their factors and then figure out which one's the biggest. So, because we're looking for the biggest same factor. So 6, pretty easy. 1 and 6 every time, right? Not scary, not weird, not new. 2, 6 is even, so yep, we can do 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 6. We know that's the last pair because 2 and 3 are right next to each other. If they're right next to each other, we can't do anything else. That's it. So 1, 2, 3, and 6. So let's take a look at 30. We know 1 and 30, right? Same thing every time, 1 and 30. Now, will 2 work? This ends in a 0, so 2 will work. 2 times what equals 30? I know that's 2 times 15. 2 times 15 equals 30. Will 3 work? 3 plus 0 is 3. So yeah, 3 will work. 3 times what equals 30? I know that's 3 times 10. Will 4 work? Nope. Closest we can get with 4s is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and 32. So we can't add we can't land directly on it. So 4 is not going to work, but 5 will. 5, let's see, we'll skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 6. So 5 and 6. Oh, look at that. They're right next to each other. So we know we can't go any further. That's it. So let's take a look. Now we just have to figure out which ones are the same. We have all the factors. Now we just need to figure out which ones are the same. So is 1 the same? Yep. Is 2 the same? Yep. Is 3 the same? Yep. 5? Nope. 6? Is 6 the same? Yep. I have 6s on both of those. So now we just need to find the biggest one. The biggest one will always be the first one from the right. So in this case it's 6. So the biggest same factor, or the greatest common factor of 6 and 30 is 6. Let's do the next one. Mr. Muskox, do you agree? I totally agree. I'm a Muskox and I love math. I know you love math, Mr. Muskox. He's so good. Good little Mr. Muskox. All right, let's look at this next one. So we have 20 and we have 15. Mr. Muskox, should we start with 20 or 15? I like starting with the lower numbers. I do too. I think they're just prettier. So we have 15. We know 1 and 15 is going to be our starting point. Mr. Muskox, will 2 work? No. Oh, you're right. 2 won't work because 5 is not an even number. So 2 won't work. Do you think 3 will work? Let's try adding it. Okay, so we have 1 plus 5. Those are the digits for 15. Equals 6. 6 will divide by 3. So yeah, we know 3 will work. So let's skip count by our 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 3 times 5 equals 15. The only number we have left is 4. So let's see if 4 will work. Will 4 work for 15? Nope, because 15 ends in a 5. So 4 will not work. So 1, 3, 5, and 15 are our only factors for 15. So let's move on to 20. We have 1 and 20. So we know those are factors. Next, let's try 2. Will 2 work? And ends in a 0, so we know 2 will work. Because remember, if it ends 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, we can divide by 2. 2 times what number equals 20? That's going to be 2 times 10. Let's see. Will 3 work? 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 won't work. Will 4 work? Let's see. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 will work. 4 times 5 will work. So let's take a look. We have 1's the same. 2 won't work. 3 won't work. 4 won't work. Oh, but we do have 5. 5 will work. 15 won't work, 10 won't work, and 20 won't work. So our greatest common factor, or our biggest common number, is 5. All right, let's try the next one. We have 24 and 10. Mr. Muskox, why are we starting at 10? Oh, the fewest factors to make it way easier, because less factors means less work. Oh, absolutely right. Because they have to have that that factor in common, right? They need to have the same one. So if I start with the smaller number, it means I'll have to look for fewer options up top. So let's see. 10, we're going to start with 1 and 10. That's right, Mr. Muskox. Good job. 2 will work. We know that. 2 times 5 equals 10. 3 won't work. 4 won't work. 5 will work, but we already have it, so we know that's it. We've only got 4 factors for 10. So now let's try 24. So we have 1 and 24. Let's see. Will 2 work? Yeah, 2 will work because it ends in a 4. So 2 times what number equals 24? That'd be 2 and 12. Good. Will 3 work? 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 can be divided by 3. I'll move this over here. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 6 can be divided by 3. So we know 3 will work. 3. 3 times what number is 24? That would be 3 times 8. Will 4 work? Let's see. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yeah. 6 times. So we have 4 and 6. But 5 won't work because it's 24. It ends in a 4, not a 0 or a 5. So that won't work. So now we need to find our biggest same factor. So we've got 1. We've got 2. 3, nope. 4, nope. 5, nope. 6, nope. 7, nope. 8, nope. 9, nope. 10, nope. And there's no numbers after 10. So it has to be 2. So I want you to keep in mind, look at this. Sometimes they try to trick you by making it one of the actual numbers. So be careful about that because they will try to trick you that way. So we're going to do 4 together and then we're going to be done with this for today. So let's do this. We have 12 and 15. So 12 and 15. Remember, like Mr. Muskox says, we need to start with our lower number. So we'll start with 12. So let's see, we have 1 and 12. Will 2 work? It ends with a 2, so yep, 2 will work. 2 times 6 gives me 12. Let's see, will 3 work? 2 plus 1 equals 3, so yep, 3 is divisible by 3. So we know 3 will work. 3 times 4 gives me 12. So all of our factors for 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Now let's do 15. 15 is going to be a little easier. Don't be scared. So 15, as always, we start with 1 and 15. Mr. Muskox, will 2 work? No. Why won't 2 work? Because it ends in a 5. Yeah, it does end in a 5. You're right. Maybe 3 will work. I think 3 will work. Let's try. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 is divisible by 3, absolutely. So we know 3 will work. 3 times 5 equals 15. And then we don't have anything left because the only number between 3 and 5 is 4. 4 won't come out of 15 because it ends in an odd number. So now we just need to find our biggest same factor. Our biggest same factor. So that's going to be, we have 1, 2 doesn't work. We have 3, 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work, 12 doesn't work, 15 doesn't work. So our greatest common factor is 3. So there you go. It seems like a lot of work, but if you remember all of your tricks, it's not too bad. Remember, everything has a factor of 1. Every number that exists has a factor of 1. For a factor of 2, it needs to end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. For a factor of 3, if you add the numbers together and they equal something that you can divide by 3, then it's divisible by 3. If you add them together and it is not divisible by 3, it is not a factor of 3. For 4, if it's an odd number, it won't. Will not divide. For 5, it needs to end in 0 or 5, and it will divide by 5. 6 is a little bit more complicated. You can look that up online, or you can look it in your book. There's no trick for 7. There just isn't. I wish there was. There's no trick for 8. But remember, for 9s, the trick for 9 is like the trick for 3, only it has to equal 9. So like we did together in class, 81 equals 8 plus 1. That equals 9. 9 divides by 9. So this will divide by 9. We can do that with other numbers too. Let's see. We'd need, I know. 6, 2, 1. 162 equals 1 plus 6 plus 2. That equals 9. So that will divide by 1. So, don't worry about it. Take your time. Try to remember these divisibility rules. And if you want to, there's a lot of great YouTube videos about different divisibility rules that will make this job way easier. Again, make sure that you're practicing your 15 minutes every day of multiplication facts if you don't know them. That's going to make all of this so much easier. Especially when you don't have to finger count and you don't have to keep referring back to your multiplication sheets. All right, so that's me, and that's Mr. Musk. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.